this video, we are going to discuss first steps, introduction to the most basic operation with Python dictionaries, how to create dictionaries, how to insert, update, and delete elements in a dictionary, use a dictionary, iterate through keys, as well as print out all of the dictionary elements, and we'll discuss a couple of very popular dictionary methods. I'm running Python Anaconda distribution and Jupyter Notebook. I will include a link below for you in case you decide to do the same. Let's start with the dictionaries. Let's discuss how to create a brand new dictionary, how to create an empty new dictionary, insert items, update, delete, and clear all of the elements or items in your dictionary. So let's say my dictionary is equal to curly braces. Now A stands for apple, B stands for banana, and C stands for cranberry. I'm going to run it and display it, and here is my first dictionary. It has 3 elements. Every element contains a key and a value. All of the elements are separated from each other with the help of a comma. Now, there's a very popular Python function, len, L-E-N, stands for length. It works with lists and tuples and dictionaries and sets and even strings. So if I use this function with my dictionary, the answer is 3. I have 3 elements in my dictionary. Now let's create a brand new dictionary that doesn't have any elements. So my dictionary 2 is equal to empty curly braces. That's option number 1. Let's print it out. There it is. I can also use a dict function, and it will also give me a brand new empty dictionary. I should have named it something else other than my dictionary, but sometimes my imagination is failing me. Alright, so if I wanted to add new elements to my dictionary, I would have to say the name of my dictionary is my deck. Now, with a key of A, the corresponding value will be an apple. So now if I print out my dictionary, I have 1 element. A stands for apple. My dict, where the key is equal to B, corresponding value will be banana, where the key is C, the value is going to be cranberry. So if I'm to print out my dictionary, there it is, has 3 elements. The way we use a dictionary is to use a key to retrieve a value. So if I was to say, so what is the value that corresponds to the key B? The answer is going to be, don't forget to add quotes around B, and the value is a banana. Now, to delete an element from a dictionary, del, my dictionary, with a key of B. And now if I'm to print out my dictionary, notice that the element B for banana is now missing. If you'd like to clear all of the elements from the dictionary and to be left with 0 elements, then the method is clear. Now, if I'd like to print that out, I will end up with an empty dictionary. It's easy for us to iterate over the dictionary's element with the help of a for loop. For I in my phone book, if I just print out my I, notice what I'm observing here are the 3 keys of my dictionary. So if I wanted to also print out the corresponding values, I could also add my phone book I will print out both the keys and corresponding values in my dictionaries. There are a couple of methods that will be helpful for you if you decide to iterate or just print out the keys, the values, and the items in the dictionary. And they are keys, values, and items. So let's try. My phone book keys will print out the list of keys in the dictionary. My phone book values will print out all of my values, and I can also print out all of the items in the dictionary. Notice that the dictionary items contains 3 elements. Each one of them is a tuple, right? So if you wanted to iterate through each one of the pairs, you could say for I in my phone book, if you just, in my phone book dot items, if you just print out each I, you will observe that there are 3 items in my phone book, right? You could unpack this tuple if you like. Say that name and a phone number is equal to I, and now I can print out both a name and a phone number, and this time the parentheses will be missing from all of my items. To search through a dictionary, you can use keywords in or not in. So for example, I can ask, is Anna in my phone book? The answer is true. I could also say, is Mariana not in my phone book? And this is also true. So the search will be searching through all of the keys in your dictionaries, not values. Remember that to use a dictionary, we'll be using keys to retrieve values. So what if that key is not in our dictionary? What if we are going to say, my phone book with the key of Mariana, what is the corresponding value? See, what I'm getting back is a key arrow, Mariana, letting me know that such a key does not exist. So if you would like to not receive this arrow? One of the options is to use a get method. So I could say my phone book dot get a value that corresponds to the key Mariana. And if it doesn't exist, you can provide a default string if you like. So for example, you could say not found. So see, because I don't have a key Mariana in my dictionary, the answer will be not found because an element with this key does not exist. There are a couple of fun methods that start with the word pop. For example, pop item will randomly retrieve an item and then it will remove the item from your dictionary. So here is my dictionary. If I was to request that I pop item, I'll get back a tuple. Leon has a corresponding phone number of 3333. Now, if I was to print out my phone book, notice how Leon is missing. Similarly, a method pop will return a value for the key, and at the same time it will remove an item from my dictionary. So for example, if I was to take my phone book and pop by key Pat, here is Pat's phone number 2222, and now if I'm to print out my dictionary, I only have one element left. Pat is removed from my dictionary once I pop it. One last thing that I want to say about dictionaries is that keys in a dictionary must be immutable. In other words, they can be numbers, they can be tuples, they can be strings, but they cannot be lists. They cannot be either dictionaries, they cannot be sets. So remember that. Values can be mutable. So in other words, a dictionary value can be a list. So let's give it a chance. My dictionary is equal to curly braces. All right, so my first key is going to be a number 1 2 3 4 5 with a value of hello world. I'm going to mix and match data types here. A key can be a tuple. So a key could be 1 2 3, and the value will be a corresponding list. Why not? A value can be mutable. One, two, three in square brackets. Let's run it, and if I print out my dictionary, there it is. For the second element, I have a key that is a tuple and a value that is a list. Don't make list into your key.